Independent client, customer Shane. This is a remodel of a mudroom. Let's take a look here real quick at some of the things we're looking at today and some of the measurements. All the measurements along the back wall here where the brick is, nothing has changed. Last time when we were here, none of this framing existed, so we came back today to double check the framing. From the corner of the room here, adjusted for paneling on the back wall. This back wall is 93¼ inches long, 93¼ Something to know for the installer. Every one of these hole punches for the electrical here is right at 34½ inches off the floor. It's right at where we put our screw in as far as attaching our cabinets. So I put 33s on this. Your 33, your first stud is right at 23¾ inches off the wall. And then they're on a 16 pattern after that. So each one of these studs, we need to make sure that we do not come above 33 inches. 33, or we're going to get into their wires. Their wires are sitting right at 34½, and so when we attach our cabinets or something, cleats, whatever, or actual screws long enough, it could go into that. So be careful with that one. Over here on this, 16¼ inches deep is how deep the return walls are for the little shower bath. 40 inches is how long the shower is on the right, 40 inches on the left. So it's just a dog bath, that's what it is, dog shower. Over here, 16½. Again, these are 4½ inches, but overall, the piece is 40 by 40. Overall, on the back wall, from the corner here, you've got 2 windows to the right of the post, and you got 2 windows to the left of the post. He's actually putting them with a single 1.5 inches between, and they are 3036 windows. So these are real close to what we have on our order. The only thing is, I see a note here where you want to make sure that the windows are 41½. So I put a note right here. Our actual backsplash is 40. That's where our backsplash will come to. But I am seeing a drop in the floor over here to this side, as far as level. We're going to end up setting that at a certain elevation. We're going to end up setting this at a different elevation. And that's because there's a drop in the floor of over 1.5 inches in the room. So the stuff on the right-hand side will be set independently of the stuff on the left-hand side. That way we can get this a little further down, closer to the wall, to the floor. But more importantly, again, 40 inches off of a leveled tiled floor. That's 40 from the finish. So if you go 41½, that's going to take in the tile thickness. That's going to take in out of level. So 41½, definitely we do not want to come any lower than 41½ cover. If these are going to go here, the cover needs to be somewhere around 42. You know, as far as off the floor, that way 41½ is the bottom of this. You got to have room for your cover plate. So just be careful adjusting those, especially since you've already had to adjust them once. Make sure that what we're doing here for the windows to fit, that we're not going to have a problem. Top of our backsplash is 40 inches, and that's after we level everything and after we actually put in the tile and everything else. Tile's going to be about a net 3/8 to ½ inch or so. On this one here, it's 233½ inches is our actual wall length from the corner to the end of the wall. 44¼ is how big our door is, wall trim to wall trim on the door. I'm figuring a 3½ inch trim on that one. Here behind this was 3 inches. It's 26¼ inches here from the corner to the edge of the door trim. Door trim to the other side is 42¼ and then she's got a note here to move that one a little closer to the switch there. This is 64½ inches from the corner to the edge of the door trim. This is the exterior door we were talking about last time, and here we are back to the brick. Again, the corner over here is 96½, and you can see the floor, the ceiling has a little wave to it. Come to this side over here, it's 98½. So there is a 2-inch total difference in height from that side of the room all the way to here. Now, the last thing to talk about is this, and this is where we're accessing the plumbing. They actually went in and cut into the plumbing from the inside of the house. That's the sink area and the kitchen on the other side. So this setting here is for the sink base. And if you take a look, that sink base being on the center of the window is perfect. The thing is that you've got thickness. So this is 1.5 inches of pipe. So what we're going to end up doing is pulling all of these cabinets off the wall 3 inches. So we're going to be pulling all this off the wall 3 inches. We're going to order a piece of panel to finish the end of this where you can't tell it's off the wall. But blocking here needs to be 2x4s, turned sideways 3 inches. We're going to need tap cons to be able to put that into the brick. And then also we're going to be able to set those 2x4s straight across. On this side, the actual box is 3 inches. If you take a look at the thickness here, 3 3/4 inches. Okay, so if we offset everything by 3, make everything 27 inches deep instead of 24 inches deep, then these cabinets, the refrigerator panels, will need to be deeper. The only way we can do that is to take the 24-inch refrigerator panel, add skins to them to make them deeper. So that is a custom modification to those skins. Everything has to have this stuff flow behind it though, to make the plug-in and everything work for the dryer as well as work out for the washing machine. Measurements and stuff on this wall, again, the television's coming away. They've all been the same as far as the numbers we had before. Any questions about anything, give me a call at 423-650-1051. Have a great day.